Alan Dobbs here with his Land and Sky Byways.
Well, good morning, and thank you for allowing us to speak to you today. I don't know how familiar everyone is with the Land and Sky Scenic Byway, so the presentation will include a little bit about the history of it. We made an application to the Kansas State Byway Committee after going to meetings in Topeka and listening to then Governor Brownback, who had come out and looked at the periphery breaks with the representative, Ward Cassidy. And he was very impressed and felt that this should be on the byway. And so there was a lot of, I guess, pressure in Topeka to do something. And because it's a big project, we kind of felt, those of us who were at the meetings, that we needed to have several communities involved in this. So we chose to do Cheyenne, Sherman, and Wallace counties. And so after 14 months of getting the application accepted, which was in record time, we got approved on June 6, 2016. The resolution was signed by the Secretary of Transportation to become the 12th byway in the nation, in the state. This is the only agricultural-themed byway in the nation, and it extends 88 miles from Sharon Springs to the Kansas-Nebraska state line. The Kansas Byways program is a state program. It's governed by the Kansas Department of Transportation, the Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks, and Tourism, and the Kansas Historical Society. Our initial byway kiosk and the interpretive panels and signage, which is every 10 miles along the byway, was furnished by the state and paid for them. And in addition, Kansas has a state byway coordinator. The Land and Sky Scenic Byway Steering Committee, or the Board of Directors, set policies. They charge task forces with their responsibilities, structure partnerships and cooperative agreements, solicit support for the project, and make organizational decisions for policy and direction using guidelines set forth in the Corridor Management Plan, or CMP, which was the plan that we submitted to the state for approval. This entity has the ability to receive and distribute funds and has most recently received the 501c3 designation from the Internal Revenue Service. So we're finally able to go and hopefully get some grants to fund some of our projects. The Land and Sky Scenic Byway has identified the following tasks to assist with the successful implementation of the byway, and that's tourism development, resource management, and economic development. The Land and Sky Scenic Byway Committee participates in the state quarterly byway meetings and the annual byway conference, and several members attend the Heartland Byway Conference, which is several states throughout the United States that, up until this year, met annually. Okay. Annually, we do a progress report that's submitted to the State Byway Committee, along with a proposal for the coming year. This year, the Land and Sky Scenic Byway received an Honorable Mention Award from the National Scenic Byway Foundation for a Visitor Experience, and we've submitted an application to the Federal Highway Commission for a National Byway designation. I believe it was last week we received an email from them that we'll hear soon. We were supposed to hear by the 22nd of December, so we'll see when soon is. I don't know. The agriculture-related businesses along the byway offer tours by reservation because they're all working places, which anything from the dairy to the sunflower oil, 21st Century Bean, and various others along the byway. The Land and Sky Scenic Byway was the host for the Big Kansas Road Trip in 2019, brought a lot of people in, and probably the best thing that happened by having that event was the local people found out that there was really something to do in the counties where they live. So that was a real plus. The Byway Committee has done fundraising events during Bike Across Kansas. Byway pins and patches, which I'll show you those, are available for sale. Well, we're taking donations of $4. And last year we raised about $300 with those. And in addition, we have poker runs along the byway which are usually done by one of our members who likes to bike, and that's brought in additional funding. We try to give presentations to all 3 communities at the strategic doing meetings as well as other organizations. The 7th and 8th grade industrial arts class from Cheyenne School made a planner that's been placed by the interpretive panels in Cheyenne County at Road B and Highway 27. And plans are to have St. Francis students build a cover of some type for those panels. And hopefully the plan is to add more planners and covers for our interpretive signs. In addition, we've ordered 24 signs that show the life cycle of the crops for placement along the byway, and this is in partnership with Kansas Agriculture in the Classroom. Future plans include adding 3 interpretive panels near the road to Smoky Gardens in Sherman County to produce an up-to-date brochure and to build a new website. Our website has been there since we started and kind of needs to be updated. The Byway has been promoted in various publications, including Midwest Living. We've had someone come out from there, and we've got a lot of publicity from them. And I've got, I'm not going to open these for you, but this is the map that we used in the application for the National Byway. And these publications, and there's 3 of each one of these. I'm just going to leave them here. Not go through them, but in these, as you can see, on these I've marked the places that the Land and Sky Scenic Byway has been in those, or places along the byway.
You want a map? I've got one.
I love these things.
And we have more of these in the office if anyone wants
Can I
them.
put some of these in my offices?
Sure.
Okay.
And if you need more, let me know, because I have boxes
Are
of
these-
most of
these
them.
different?
Yes, there's, yeah, these are
You like the
different.
ones?
These are the one
some
from
different ones
Northwest
you want.
Kansas Travel Council. This is the official guide that the state puts out.
I
This is
have this one. I
okay,
guess.
and this is an outdoor magazine, and then the state parks.
My patients have to read these.
So those are the publications that we've been in addition to quite a few magazines.
I've got them at home.
The Board of Directors is made up of county commissioners, members of the communities along the byway, a legislator, and a member of the Kansas Wildlife Parks and Tourism Entity. And the group is designated to meet at least quarterly. We sometimes meet monthly, and then we cannot have more than 12 members on our board. Of the current members, 3 of them have received the designation of Kansas Destination Specialist, and 1 has completed the Byway Leadership Training through the National Scenic Byway Foundation. And some of them have completed several hours through that organization. Current members are Helen Dobbs, the President, Mona Carver, Vice President, Donna Price, Secretary Treasurer, and then Rod Klepper, Justin Colwell, Chris Welch, Adam Smith, and 3 county commissioners to be appointed for the 2021 year. And so annually, a county commissioner from each of the byway committees is appointed to serve on the board, and we would like for you to appoint someone to serve on there. I know that Mr. Martinez has been rather active, and he might be interested in that.
You want to do it? I've done it for the last year or so.
I can. Is it? Yeah. Just talk. I will talk to you later. Then.
Okay.
I can do that. Okay.
And then in the past, each of the Board of County Commissioners agreed to fund the byway at $1 per capita based on the most recent census, which we don't have the figures from this year. And so I do have an invoice for that.
Last year? Is this from last year?
No, this would be for this year.
Okay.
And we really appreciate the support we've gotten from the county. And you guys have anything to add? Do you have anything to add?
No, and this has really changed it by having funding, the signage and the stuff. We can really do something now. Prior to that, we had meetings with no funding.
Do we have to do anything?
And we got good
I
response.
see people
from
stop
other counties, too.
in the valley there by rough all the time. And it's pretty cool to see that.
Yeah.
What's that?
I see people stopped
Oh.
on the highway there,
Yeah.
out there in Colwell's Road, just past the county line.
Right.
And to be blunt too, I mean, Sherman County's gonna fund the most, and we're gonna get the most out of that funding. So really, it's kind of one of those things that if
What's
we're
his
not,
What's his name?
Justin Kohler.
Justin, I'm Brett. I've heard your name quite a few times. It's nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
but I mean, when we're, say funding it less than another county and we're getting more benefit out of it, it doesn't
Right.
really make sense for us to not really push that, that program.
Right.
In this case, it's Byway.
And 50% of the byway is in the county.
Okay.
So we've done well.
Yes.
And we also, at this point, got more signage from the state. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And
I don't. Do you?
I don't have any more questions.
Okay.
Can I take those?
sure.
I'm sorry.
And if you want more, just let me know and I can get them to you, or you
I'll
can
put-
stop by the
I'll
office.
put some in Sandy and some in Goodland, like I
Okay.
usually do, and when they're
Okay.
gone, I'll let you know.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Well, we thank you for your time, and
Thank you
look
for-
forward to seeing one of you on our board.
You got my phone number, don't you?
Yeah, write it down there.
And 90% of the time, my ringer's off.
Okay. I'll leave a
Not
message.
today. Yeah, it's not today, but I forget to turn it on.
Okay.
And we know where you live.
Oh, that's pretty scary. You heard that, right?
Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
did.
guys.
I guess we adjourn until 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go use the
I
bathroom.
had it.
Hey, Byron, move it.
Gilroy called me last night, he said, how do you get the trucking gear? I said, what do you mean? I don't know what it is. He said, we got it loaded, but can't get it to move or something. I don't know what to do with it.